fifth grade also. All right, we did it in fifth grade and sixth grade. All right, that's how important it is. That's why I'm going slow in this unit, because I know this unit is super, super important, honestly. All right, that's why I'm hoping you're understanding me and you're asking me questions when you don't know something. All right, that's the most important thing. Please speak up if you don't know. All right, now from this case right here. All right, solving a proportion is just what? Remember? Cross, yeah, not cross cancel in this case, we cross multiply. And after you cross multiply, you what? Divide. It's called cross multiply and divide. All right, now let me show you something. Please look up. Please look up. Stop. You're not doing number one. I'm trying to show you. I shouldn't have even said anything. I should have just showed you something. All right, please look up so I can explain something to you. All right, now look, guys. I want you to know that 1/2 is equal to 5/10. Does everybody agree with that? Right. Now, I always used to say to my teacher, like, who made that a cross multiply and divide? Right? Silly to me. All right? But why would someone say that? All right? Because someone smarter than me figured something out. If you have two fractions, look, what I'm trying to show you now, this is the important part. All right? So when you forget, you can say, wow, that's why I have to do that. All right, what did someone notice? If two fractions are equal, what did someone notice? If you what? No. Look at the fractions. Cross multiplying. If you were to cross multiply, what would happen? It would be the same number. Thank you, Mr. Strickland. What does that mean? If I multiplied 1 times 10 and I multiplied 5 times 2, what? They equal the same thing. That's why you do that. Listen to me. Fractions are equal if you multiply the denominator and the numerator together of opposite fractions. Is everybody with me on this? All right? So that's why if we know that these two things are equal, that means now when I multiply m times 27, if I multiply m times 27, which by the way is what? 27m, it will equal what? 18 times 36. All right. And somebody tell me what 18 times 36 is. 648. Everybody agree with that? Everybody see what I'm saying? Come on now, hold on a minute. I'm going to let you answer. But now look, guys, I'm trying to make sure I'm good. But some of you guys I know want to do better. You just are too shy or to say, hey, show me what's going on. Or I mean that, guys. Come on, did everybody understand what I said here? If you were to multiply m times 27, that's the same as what? 36 times 18. So that's where the cross multiplying came in. Everybody agree with that? Now, if we want to solve for this letter, what do we have to do? Divide. That's why they call it what? Cross multiply and divide. That's what the rule is. All right, now, I'm going to give you a break, but you're going to set up 1, 3, and 5 exactly the way I tell you. And then after that, you can just use your calculator to do what? Cross multiply and divide and tell me what the answer is. Everybody hearing me? Everybody understand me? You've got to write it out first to make sure it's in your brain. Even though we've been doing this since 5th grade, 6th grade, now we're in 7th, doing the same thing. Everybody hearing me? All right, so I want everybody to write down 27m equals 648 for question number 1. I want that written down just like that. And then you divide by 27. So now you must write divide by 27. You must write divide by 27. That's putting it into your brain. Stop messing with your iPad. Put your iPad down. Put this on your paper. Exactly what's on your paper, what's on the board. That's where some of you are misunderstanding. You're not learning properly because you're not doing what I'm asking you to do. You think you know. All right, I asked to put that on your paper. If that's not on your paper, you're just not paying attention. All right, now my final answer is m is equal to what? Did anybody else get 24? Yes. Good. 24. That's the answer to number 1. Now we're going to do the same thing with 3. We're going to do the same thing with 5. And then I'm going to say, guys, we're pretty good. We can figure this out. What? Yes, you're writing 1, 3, and 5 out if you are paying attention. I don't really care. Cross multiply. That's what I'm caring about. You understand me, right? All right. Most of the time, I always tell kids, I was in your seat. I was pretty good. I didn't have to write the original problem. I don't care if you write the original problem. But I do care that you wrote what I told you to write. All right. That's the important part. All right. So now I'm going on to number 3. When I cross multiply here, someone tell me what the equation is going to be. Reagan, tell me. That's number 5, though. But you would be correct. Number 3, don't be. You're okay. And what's that? Do that. Now, I always put the number second is equal to what? There you go, girl. Good job. Now what? That's right. Divide by 8. That's what's on your paper. Put your hand down. That's what's on your paper. All right, don't look at me crazy. I said I'm only going to make you do that for 3 problems because it's super easy. All right? So now x equals, tell me please, 34. Now I need someone to tell me that's correct. Is that correct? All right, now let's do number 5. Trying to throw some decimals in there. All right, William, I like that. Okay, tell me what to do, buddy.
So you can write the equation out, and then
what is that, please? Notice where I'm putting that answer. I'm putting that answer on the right side. 75 point what?
4.
Equals? 2.6 what? What variable? 2.6 what variable? Somebody tell him. What letter? Yeah, come on, William. 2.6n. All right? That's what I'm saying. Don't go too fast. Remember I told you, slow down. Slow down. I'm not in a race. All right, now what do I do, William? Yes, sir. Divide by 2.6. Divide by 2.6. N equals 29. Is everybody happy with that? William, this is how you do it. Nothing else. If you're not doing it that way, you are doing it what? So I don't want to hear how you're doing it wrong. Trust me. There we have 1, 3, and 5. Is everybody good with that? All right, now let's see how good you are with the calculators. So I'm going to ask for help on number 2. All right, now for number 2, you just write T equals and J. Well, I know, but what do I do, though? You have to tell me what you typed in on your calculator. Yes. William, did you hear what he said? Bless you. Look, listen to me. This is why I'm asking for help. If you're not understanding what he said, speak up. All right? Everybody should get what answer? T equals 12.6. Am I clear? Good? All right, so now for number 4, you can write down P equals. Mr. Danzy. Yes, sir. Now, you see what I'm saying, guys? I just think that's so easy. That is so easy. Check it on your calculator. Davis, are you in the game? You know what I'm doing, right? Lily, you good? Sarah, you in there? What? Don't. What are you confused about? Cross multiply. Multiply the 2 numbers. What 2 numbers are you going to multiply? And then divide by. Do that on your calculator. Then you had to get the right answer. You had to get the right answer then. No, what ifs? Do 4 times 7.2 and divide it by 12. Brilliant. Do number 6. Saw you roll your eyes at me. Number 6. What do I multiply? Don't tell him. And then, man, I'm good, aren't I? What did you get, Oscar? Anybody else get C equals 55? I told you I was good, Oscar. Just gotta listen, man. All right, here we go. What are you laughing at? You don't believe that, do you? All right. All right, here we go. Now we're on to the word problems. Of course, the word problems are the absolute most important. All right, absolute most important. All right. Again, most people say they can't do word problems. That's baloney. All right, that's baloney. All right, you got to read. Here we go. It says, aspect ratio is the ratio of the width to the height. A widescreen television screen has an aspect ratio of 16 to 9. So we write a fraction, what? 16 over 9. And we write this is the width and this is the height. Everybody agree with that? Come on. Don't bother him. Pay attention. Now it says, if a television screen is 48 inches wide, where do I put the 48 inches? Where do I put the 48 inches? On the top. Why? It's wide, right? You have to line up the variables. I don't understand why kids say this is hard. You understand me on that? All right. So I have 48 over x. Now, are we allowed to just cross multiply and divide? Yeah. So everybody cross multiply and divide. And you're going to tell me that h is what? You should tell me that h is 27. But that's not right because we have to have a unit. 27. Tell them what a unit is. No. Thank you from the back. 27 inches. Now, why do I say 27 inches? Because the height is measured in what? In inches, guys. That's all. I want the units. I want the units. Now, notice what I did. I made you write down the proportion, and then because we are brilliant, we can cross multiply and solve that out. Does anybody agree with me? You have to write the proportion on the word problem. You must write the proportion on the word problem. Is everybody okay with that? Any issues? I don't think so. So let's read the next one. All right, this person has a total of 12.5 hours of football practice after 5 days. So what do I write down? I write 12.5 hours every what? 5 days. That's what I write down. And then it says, well, how many hours will there be in what? 15 days. Right? There are 2 questions there. So I have to set up 2 proportions. So if I have 15 days, put the x on the top. Now, of course, cross multiply and divide. And when you have that, Morgan, what did you get? Yes, 37.5 what? 37.5 what? Say it. Yes, ma'am. Hours. Now, how do we know it was hours? Because I put the proportion properly. Notice on the top is an H for what? Hours. On the bottom is what? Days. Since we're looking for the top, we know it had to be 37.5 hours. All right. Now it wants 22 days. So again, I put 12.5 hours over 5 days, and then I put 22 days down here and X up here. That's mandatory. The calculator is going to do the work for you. So someone to tell me what the, for 22 school days, there would be what? Does anybody else agree with that? Is that right? So put 55 hours in. Is everybody pretty happy with that? Hey, listen to me, guys. I think this is easy, but some of my kids struggle. Does anybody have any struggles with that? Right? Anybody have any struggles? All right. Now what I want to do is I want to go down to number 34. Actually, no. I want to go to 30, just to 31. All right. Yep. I want to go back, change it. I don't. We're not ready for 32, 33. So just say to 31. All right. Just to 31. I'm trying now to look at. I think everything else is easy, guys. I don't think there's anything on the hard. All right. So let me just make a final decision here so everybody understands. For number 9, listen to me. You can just write what? Z equals. And tell me the answer. Everybody happy with that? Does everybody agree with that? On 21 through 25, I need to set up the what? You need to set up, it's called a proportion. A ratio, listen to me, that's good. Ratio is 1 fraction. A proportion are 2 equal fractions. You hear me? So ratio is 1, proportion, 2 equal fractions. You have to set up the proportion like I did, and then you can just tell me the answer. All right? But remember, the units are what's important. Do I have any questions? All right. Now go to Google Classroom because I want to make sure I posted the answers. Please, somebody look up Classroom. They're up there. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. So again, very, very good on your tests. Some of you guys are getting better. Some of you guys weren't happy, and that's okay. Practice a little bit more. All right, because you're almost good. All right. Now, listen. Get done with the work. You got time to finish in class. All right. You got time to finish. Hustle, hustle, hustle. No talking. We're not splitting up the work. All right, you're doing the work yourself. Great job today.